everyone's doing. Of course, we have a whole new president-elect. You know, today's one of those days. So I never really talked about the politics or anything, actually, because I haven't really been following in storyline. But it doesn't really take me long to catch up. So I just wanted to, you know, after catching up a little bit, I wanted to give some feedback on just what I feel and think and the importance of certain perspectives. If some of you know me by now, hold on, let me do something real quick while both people start to come in. If most of you know me by now, by the way, my name is Sky. Some of you still know me as Taryn. Welcome to Lucid Living TV. I'm going to start making some changes, just in general, to just the channel and where I'm going with all of this, but neither here nor there right now. Right now, it's just nothing but freestyle and just popping up live and saying hello to you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hold on, let me see if I can type something in. I always, for some reason, have an issue with doing this on the phone, which is weird. But I'll leave that alone. Anyway, come on in. And before I even start running my mouth, how are you guys feeling about the election? Did you care? Do you care? How are you feeling about just it in general? I just want to get some feedback only because we haven't spoken about it. So I would love to know where you guys stand before I even start talking. Naima says it was emotional. Someone said great, Trump all day long. What is this? Hold on. Love Trump. Okay. What else? Angry but not surprised. Okay. Hold on, I'm getting there. Give me a second. Jeez, I'll just wait for it. Someone said, I like Donald Trump. No, I'm not pregnant. Out of here. So anyway, I do like Donald Trump. Only because he's from Queens and he has a cool personality. Other than that, you know, I don't really get political. But I just have a few things to say. Hold on for a second. I gotta remove a few people because we're not going there right now. I honestly feel at peace. My feelings on this whole thing is that, and excuse my voice, it's not, I've been under the weather, but like I've been dealing with vocal cord damage. So what I do is I talk and I do sing. I'm actually performing tomorrow. And I wanted to like not perform because of my voice. And they're just like, no, like, but I will be having to take a break from talking or singing for a little while. So I can't strain my vocal cords. So I have a damaged vocal cord situation going on. I don't like how I sound when I talk or when I sing, and it's a problem. And this has also been like a thing, just in general, the attacks, you know, you guys know me already with my crazy talk, but the attacks on the certain energies, especially the feminine energies and the creative energies, the indigenous energies, the energies of darkness, the energies of intelligence. There is a war on that. And I've been saying that. And when you take away someone's voice based upon the laser-like projections that come from the harsh realities that we have intertwined with technology, you can actually hurt a person physically over time by constantly projecting hate and jealousy upon them. It's called witchcraft still. So I'm kind of like dealing with that right now. So it took me a lot to even come on this video. It's gonna take me a lot to perform where I'm performing tomorrow, but it is my first time performing. So I'm just like, damn, for the first time, you know, my voice has to be out of whack. So that's one thing that I am going to involve in this conversation, is the preparation for the next war. Now, when I watch Kamala Harris's concession, or her conceding, whatever you call it, her speech, she said something very profound, and she really made me feel comfortable with her so-called loss. It feels like she's okay with the loss, and that she has more power behind the scenes and through strategy, instead of having to be the president of the United States. Now, I know from the front face, being the first woman president, the first black woman president, there's a lot of PR and a lot of like storyline and narrative behind it that's very inspiring, and also very dangerous and very stressful. Being the first of anything can be very stressful, not just celebratory, but very stressful. So I commend just the energy of Kamala, like really giving it her best and actually being okay with so-called not winning. I'm not even gonna say losing, but so-called not winning. I felt very comfortable. So she said something about, you know, just because we didn't win doesn't mean we won't win. We're just not finished yet. And then she said something like, we're not coming out with our hands up. We're just rolling up our sleeves. So when she said that, it made me feel comfortable with the process of patience, a real fight, and a real war that actually commands more strategy, more behind the scenes like activity, aside from just being in the front of it all. Now, what I say about what's the name, Donald Trump, is that it felt like Donald Trump was weary and tired. He did not want to be president. Actually, he kind of low key. This is just my reading into the whole energy. It felt like Donald Trump low key did not want to win, and he wanted to see an experiment with the energies of Kamala Harris being in fucking president, like for his entertainment at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he really wanted her to fucking win. And it's like when Trump won, it was kind of like, oh man. Again, if I'm reading into the energies, it's like, damn it, why'd the country vote for me the way they did? Come on, guys, I was president already, god damn it. Fuck it, you know. So he's gonna do what he needs to do for president. But I felt a little exhaustion from his energy, from his aura, because when you don't feel like there's nothing to really protect or fight for, and let's not forget, these candidates and these politicians are very, very, very spiritual. I don't care who they worship, what they worship. I don't care. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that they're very spiritual people. They look deeper into things, and they look further into things. They have to have a far sight in order to see if something is worth something. And I think there was a point in just the whole campaigning and everything. It's just like, it didn't look like there was anything to really purposefully fight for. You know, when you're a high level elite type of person or people, you kind of look down upon a population of people that you're supposed to be in service for that ain't doing shit for themselves. So, I mean, on both sides, Democratic point of view, independent point of view, Republican point of view. Like, I'm talking about elite point of view. Motherfuckers are not, like, they don't care if you don't care. And like, there are consequences to wasting time and energy on people that don't care. So I'll just say that. Did somebody offer me $100? So anyway, let me plug that in real quick. Can somebody actually share my Cash App? Because again, I can't write it in for some reason. I can't write into the comments and share like words with you guys. If you can share, if someone can actually share my Cash App, it's $tarenguy, TARENGUY. That would help me a lot. Of course, when I do these videos, there is a ask of donation and contribution toward the conversation. Of course, it does help. If someone can post that in the just Cash App, $tarenguy. Thank you, Inner Muse Mystic. I'm gonna pin your message. Thank you so much for that. It would help, for sure. But yeah, so I'm just feeling like I'm very energetically connected because America is an entity. The USA, they say, is a business, but US is the first two letters that spells us. And then when you have the letter A that follows after us, that's the beginning of the alphabet, which means that we got to go to us in order to get through A to Z. So on some other level, this is the USAZ. It's kind of beginning a new journey. There's one thing when I was listening, actually, I didn't listen to the full speech, but I believe Trump, when he said it, he said, listen, this is going to be the real golden age of America. This motherfucker was talking like in Queens, New York language, like, don't worry, whatever the problem is, I got you, I'll fix it. It kind of feels like he actually does give a shit about America. Now, people in America, that's different. We're talking about a conglomerate and an entity called America. I told you that these elite people are very spiritual. They look at the land, the ley lines. So even through voting and, you know, the different electorates and, you know, the way we even vote and how it's counted and where to go vote. These are very specific ley lines. You guys know what ley lines are. The ley lines, there's certain vortexes and parts of the land on US soil that creates a pattern. It creates a response and feedback system when a certain type of people visit those ley lines. So we're talking like ley line geometry. See, of course, I'm the only one on the internet talking like this anyway about this shit. There's ley line geometry when it comes to voting and the people and what states and so on. There's way more that goes on that side of the curtain that these elite or political beings prefer to be on. They prefer to be on that side. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, and it's funny because I have, if you guys look at my hat, I actually made this hat. And my music was inspired by what's on this hat. You know, I have like EXO, I have OVO, I have like a crown here, I got the little owl here, I got Jaden. I got Misfits rep. I got like different parts of music on my hat, and I still haven't finished. And it's all like with different codes. Like there's yay, but then there's sky. You know, there's different like point of views, and I'm trying to make it at different angles where you can see different artists even if they're not even on here, but you'll still see them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is art. This is my artistic branded hat, and I tagged every artist in this hat because I'm not trying to fucking like get in trouble for shit like this. But this is my hat. This is my artistic hat. You guys want to see? Okay. So this is what I'm dealing with. So I say that to say that, okay, I got two main brands on my hat, which is EXO and OVO. You guys know that The Weeknd and Drake, or Aubrey and Abel, they've had their counts of share of not just love and brotherhood, but beef. Like, it's just like OVO and EXO is just like vinegar water. OVO and EXO is a no-no later on in their careers, right? So it kind of feels like Democrat, Republican, and it kind of feels like it's not, this shit is not like at war anymore. And I feel like the same way, I feel like a OVO EXO, like a Democrat, Republican, they not really fighting like that. Like, they're actually tired of the binary code themselves. I can tell. I can watch a speech. I don't have to watch the whole thing. I don't have to follow something. I can just tell. These fucking red and blue side people, they have turned into purple rain. I keep telling you, you mix red and blue, you get that purple. So I just feel like there's a harmonic base, or at least a cordial base, of Democratic and Republican views that are mature enough for some great reason in this point of the cycle in which we are in to actually just stop fucking fighting. And actually like say, okay, if this side's win, what you are not able to do in office, I can possibly negotiate that and make that happen while I'm in office, even though it's a Democratic need. And how is it going to affect the Republican need that is very high level, in which you can possibly do behind the scenes for me, Democrat? So like, does that make sense? That's what I feel. All right, I'm gonna pull a card or two on this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna spend the next few minutes doing personal readings. I just wanted to say my words on that, and again, I can't strain my voice too much. I do have a performance tomorrow, and again, damaged vocal cord situation. I went to the doctor and I had no idea. I was like, I had a cold that lasted for a while. I've been in a couple of yelling matches. I've been getting in fights with people, guys. And I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. So it's been like a weird fucking like 3 months for me, and I just lost my fucking voice. Like, my voice has not been the same for like 3 to 4, almost a month. And it's a problem. And I was just like, this is not a cold. This is something else. And they were like, no, there are some vocal cord situations going on. Yeah, fights. Like, yelling matches, arguments, I should say. That is not a part of my life anymore. I am like not there. But first card I pulled, 2 of clubs. God damn it. Anytime from my point of view at readings, clubs is a bad sign. So like, what is this for? 4 of clubs. God damn it. Okay, so 24. So what I noticed in the numbers is that Kamala won by 224, and there's a jack of spades. Damn, 224, that was her number. We're gonna take the 2 out, and we're just gonna bring that into the number 24, because they were both in 200. So the last 2 numbers are actually the most important. My voice. Let me drink some water. Guys, also, if you would like a reading from me, personal reading, I'll probably have room for a couple. All you have to do is donate to my Cash App, $20 or more, with your birth date, and I will give you a personal reading here live. PayPal link is in the description. Venmo is also at tarenguy. So any way that you can send a donation for a reading, a specific reading with the cards and how I do the sessions and intuitive readings, you can go for it. You can just make sure that, of course, there's a contribution to that. So that's also a thing too, especially, like me. And I do have like a slight cold. I'm like, oh, my performance. Anyway, since they're in the 200s, and this deck is not shuffled like good too. I noticed that. This is a new deck. But the numbers don't lie. So Kamala is 224. So we're looking at the 24. Now it's funny because the 24 equals 6. Today is 24 if you haven't noticed. Stay with me here. It's 11/6 on a Wednesday. It's about to get deep. So I don't mind straining my voice for this because I feel like I'm a part of the service that is fighting, but I don't want to fight by yelling or physical fighting or like, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to fight through struggle. I want to fight in a way that is smooth, because a fight is a fight, and we're fighting for something, and we're fighting for equality in relationship for the female and the male, like equality in relationship, not equal. I'm talking about when you are a woman of a certain age, not of matrix age necessarily, but knowledge and wisdom. And it is a crime to have companionship. This is the so-called female curse of Hermes. I told you that it's against the law in whatever land and dimension to even be a hermetic woman. Kamala Harris is an example of a hermetic woman. Doesn't mean that you're gay, doesn't mean that you're like masculine, but they try to masculinize the hermetic woman who is very feminine and very girly and does need to be protected. Even though she is very high level and mature, there is a masculinity out there that she deserves, or someone like that deserves to be in union with and in touch with. The Jack being pulled out is just an example of some of what can bring a woman like that down, in the sense where when you need a king, but there's a Jack that shows up. That's nice and all, but like, we need the king. So her 24 is compromised, right? So the 277 with Trump, let's see. Do I mean too much testosterone for what? No, when a female is opinionated only through emotional and intelligent response to something that she has every right to have a response factor to, there are still certain dimensions in this order of matrix that requires women like us to shut the fuck up. Which is why I feel like my vocal cords are fucked around with. Like, I'm not joking. Shut the fuck up. Sit there, look pretty. Don't do too much. Follow the script. You'll get nice things and rewarded if you follow protocol. And then there's a type of woman that can do all that, but she's bored out of her mind because there's more to her. But if she does more, there's punishment and consequences. And then you got women that are just like, I'm not having her shit, but they gotta turn. They're warrior type. They're like aggressive. They're more like outspoken about certain things, and they automatically get cubed into a masculine type woman, which is usually seen as not attractive, not like eligible and compatible for love, not eligible and compatible to be a mother, just a leader and a working girl, a working person, I should say, not a working girl, clearly, not that kind, but like, you know, the professional that gets the job done until she's retired and dies so-called lonely, because that's just how it's set up for girls like that. You guys get where I'm coming from? Somebody said they're confused. Somebody on this broadcast understands what I'm saying. Even if the elites themselves are watching me. Because trust and believe, I know people push the fucking button when my shit comes on, and these are some high-level people. Alright? I'm not bugging out. So I got people watching me, and I have stars and fucking politicians and FBI, CIA, motherfucking authorities be watching my fucking videos and shit. And the beautiful people that resonate with my message. You know what I mean? And then there are just other people. You know? So I don't know. But there's all types. And people say, well, if these stars or people, if big top-notch people watch you, how come you don't just get $1,000 donation out of nowhere from these motherfuckers that got millions of dollars in their accounts? I'm asking the same question. And it's time for motherfuckers to stop watching me and release some goddamn donations that make sense. Because there's an order, right, that stops people from doing things, because there's an order to things. And I am one of those. I'm changing the storyline, but I happen to be one of those people that can't be helped directly. You might have money, but you can't give it to me. There has to be a tunnel way for her to get this, because that's just what the order says, because my name is on a fucking list. So I'm just like, I'm tired of that too. That's not the storyline. Like, you know, one of my things is like, I know I need to do better with systems, right? I'm currently, for those of you that don't know, I am currently homeless. I'm living in a homeless shelter. I am waiting for housing and waiting for paperwork to clear. I am getting help, but I am homeless. I don't have a space that is private, that is to myself. Okay, I'm dealing with things, and I do need help and assistance. I cannot do certain things business-wise when someone robs me and I get my passport taken away, my birth certificate just disappears. I'm waiting for my birth certificate for 4 to 5 months already from New York. These are not excuses. This is what's happening since y'all want to know what's happening. All right? I can't get no IDs unless I get that. So I'm just here idle, just waiting for paperwork to clear through. Yes, I was robbed, by the way. I've gotten robbed here in LA. Like, snatched the fuck up. There are things that have been happening to me that I don't tell you guys. So I am currently in a space of, I need one thing to get another thing to get the other thing. So when I make these videos, I'm like, yeah, of course. Don't tell me that I have an attitude for asking for a donation or two when I'm saying things that, again, nobody else in this world even expresses the way that I do. Now, should I format it in a way? Well, will people even buy the format? Will you guys buy the program? If I stop coming on these YouTube videos and I had a whole formatted of interest that I know you guys would be interested in, just like before, but before it was a different time. We're in like a dark time right now. It's not the same. Will motherfuckers buy into? Thomas D, how can you send money? Cash App is pinned on the chat. It is $tarenguy, Venmo or PayPal in a description. A donation of some sort and contribution to this, because I can't do it anymore. My voice, my fucking voice. And I know, like, I see funny emojis and I'm about to fucking cry. Like, you guys are really not gonna see me. I do this shit because I love it, but I also fucking need help. And it's never even. And it's not me complaining. It's just, it's a bigger picture. It's a macro level thing. I'm not sitting here whining about anything. I'm a little sad because nothing is changing. And I know there's a systematic thing to this non-change. And the whole point is when it happens to this point where I'm pushed to the limit and can't use my voice anymore all of a sudden, which is what I do the most, which is a part of my superpower. It is a part of why you guys even fuck with me in the first place when I'm about to lose my fucking voice. And I don't get, maybe it's God telling me you doing too much because you're not getting enough love, enough back. Because I don't know what people are afraid of. I don't know what orders are telling people they can't help you. Because there's a such thing as real gang stalking and real situations where there are people that are told not to help somebody as a group. And all they want to do is watch this person at an entertainment fall or fail. And that's the whole point of the show, of the popcorn. Is like, they'll see me crying. And they just like, so what? But they don't understand that a person like me, there's a real, especially after today, there's a really bad feedback system on that microphone. And when you hear a feedback system of your own disdain for just a human spirit, just out of like, for the love of laughter and entertainment, that part of entertainment has been shut down. This is a very serious time of our lives, and it's gonna get real serious. And I got so many messages for people that I know and I see shit is coming. Like there's another 9/11 coming, yo. And I don't want it to come, but it's already here. I can't stop that rolling point. I know the fucking dates and everything, dude. And I'm not manifesting it. There's a difference. There's a difference. So anyway, let me look on Trump's side. Maybe Trump can send me some fucking money. Trump, send me $5,000. Oh. 45. What is his, what is his, he's the 45th president, correct? He was the 42nd and now he's the 45th president-elect. 45. There's a diamond here. There's a diamond here. There's a protection factor and there's gonna be change. Actual change in fucking the world and America. There's actually gonna be fucking change. And I'm gonna put Kamala's 24, vulnerability, also behind Trump. So things will change, and they will change for the better. So these tears, they have salt. They have registers and molecules and fucking touching the oxygen, and shit is happening. So like, it's all good. Anyway. Like, people have no idea. Like, wow. I know how to read this. Do you guys know what this even means? Or am I just looking, I'm a crazy person that uses cards and makes shit up? No, I'm not. So the ace is always associated to a special type of child. The child of, it might as well be a 3. It's a child of intelligence. The 10 is also dedicated to the sun, to the new soul, or to a rejuvenated soul. You got a queen of spades and then a queen of hearts. And then there's a king behind the queen of hearts. There's positivity coming in this deck that I have, yo. And all of it is red. So all of this that I'm pulling out, that I didn't even have to pull out, there you have it. But it's only for those that protect and understand high-level intelligent energy, whether we're talking about our children, because I have children of high intelligence. That's another reason why I'm not there. You know, I'm not like, I don't care if people make videos about me, talking about me, and like talking about how I don't take care of my children, which is a lie. That I don't care, that I've done things, which is a lie. I've just been a part of a group that I'm fighting. And to have like a full-blown family of intelligence be together and unified is very powerful, and it's dangerous to the enemy that wants to separate and constantly divide that type of level of intelligence, of intelligent parenting and intelligent unionship, relationship, intelligent marriage, intelligent friendships. They want people like us to be alone, isolated, sad, struggle, fighting. Like, there is a war against the indigo spirit, not my daughter named Indigo, but an indigo type spirit, a spirit that is very ancient, old, youthful, wise, intelligent, smart, and has a lot to offer to basically expand more space, you know, or else we're just going to be left in, well, not us. There is no we're going to be left anywhere. And that's where the story ends and begins, because we're not losing. Thank you, Felicia Guy, who sent me $5. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's the first donation I've received on this broadcast already. Like, first donation, $5. Like, I'm not doing readings today. I guess my voice is already like no. My phone is about to die. I can plug it in, but should I? Again, I'm not here for charity. I'm not a charity case or anything like that. I'm just asking for some help, and yeah, and I do offer back. I do give back in different ways. It's not always about money. So, you know, that's it. I actually plugged my phone in, but I'll just sit here and, like, maybe, you know, if anybody has something to say based upon what I've shared so far, because I don't want to necessarily feel like I'm talking to myself. Ignore the bots. We're with you, going through it too. Thank you, RTC. I do understand that, and sometimes I do have to remember that people are also going through things too. Sometimes I feel so isolated that it does, the delusion does come in to make me feel like I'm the only one. That is very selfish and egotistical of me sometimes to think, and I don't want to think that though. So, and I also don't want to, but I do need to remember, yeah, there are other people going through the ringer financially, through their relationships. Thank you, Azor. I received your $20 Cash App. Thank you. I appreciate you. Really appreciate it. I forget that people are, I really forget. That's how isolated. I don't feel lonely because I'm an only child and I have a very amazing imagination that I'm always like keeping myself. Thank you, Dowdy. Appreciate you and your donation, Cash App. Thank you. I feel like I can entertain myself in an imaginative, beautiful, even childlike way, to make myself feel happy and feel good every day. I do believe in God. I told you guys that I was going to start reading the actual Bible. I couldn't even, like, I try to get a Bible from the library. I might have to go to the public library to get one. I even, like, even the shelter that I'm staying in, they don't even have a Bible. So you guys don't even have the little Bibles that used to give away, the pocket Bibles and stuff. I don't want to download the app, but maybe I might just download the Bible app and just say fuck it. But like, I really want to start reading the Bible in this perspective, in this point and angle of my life right now. I do believe in God in a way different way than I even used to like 2 years ago. I have a mashup of God energy, but I do believe in the God, and that's what I wasn't believing in before. Like, you guys know that I'm very well versed in Egyptian Egyptian mythologies. We're talking about different pantheons, but I do believe in the Yah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I never thought that I would even go to Yah way in that way. No, there's no throne like God that is one of all. And I'm actually finding comfort in that thought. I'll show you. I was in a bad situation. I'm not going to talk much about it, but it was definitely not good. I have a really bad, you see my shoulder? It's, all of this is raw. It hurts. I was attacked. I was physically attacked. And it's by my tattoo. And I take pride in this tattoo in this shoulder. I cried so much about this happening to me because I knew it was out of jealousy. I told you guys, I've been in a fight or flight for like the past 3 months. I just don't talk about it with you guys, and I don't have friends to really talk to about this in a way that I really want to reveal certain things. But I was attacked and my shoulder got hurt really badly. I was pushed down and I fell and was pushed, and I just fucking scraped my whole shoulder, and it was a mess. And now when I looked at it, I said, I'm gonna have to, like, God told me, let it heal. It's gonna take a while. I know you like to wear your shirts and like your beauty is important to you, but when that shit heals, you're gonna get the dopest tattoo you've ever fucking gotten. Like, something to match this, you're gonna get a fucking amazing tattoo to cover up that scar that you're going to have on your shoulder, and that you'll never forget the horrible situation that happened to you that night. You won't forget it, but it's okay. Never forget. But you're gonna get a very spiritual tattoo right there, and I'm gonna guide you through this shit. Just heal through it first. So there's just a lot of healing that I'm dealing with on levels, and I'm just like, I'm dealing with it by myself for the most part. Indigo Sun Nomad, I don't think the worst of people. I just don't think highly of a lot of people anymore. But I want to. What I've noticed is little by little, especially even staying in the shelter that I'm staying, on the women's side, I'm noticing personality. It starts there. And what I told myself is, because I'm a genuine person, just in general. Like, I didn't realize that sometimes I can be a little dumb and not realize. I'm very intelligent, but I can be a little dumb sometimes. Because I don't realize that not everybody's the same. So I'll give my all in a conversation or situation, be very heartfelt, and like damn near everybody I interact with. Like, I have no phoniness at all. Like, I could barely, like, if I was an actress, I would probably fail because I'm too real, and the role, I keep going out of character because I'm supposed to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like that. And like, I realize people, so I'm like I call myself like 100%er. Like, I don't shift and change based upon who's around me or mood or anything. I'm the same type. I'm the same character. But there are people that I call 100%ers and others that are like shifty, or you like them, but then there's something about them, but then like now it's like a no, but then tomorrow it might be a yes, because yes girl, yes, that's so cute, yes. And then in the next few hours it's like something's off. I'm starting to understand the difference between shifty versus 100%. So I noticed this, I call them sincere people. People with sincere spirits are the ones, you know? And like, not everybody's sincere. And like, that shit is ugly. It's ugly. I don't want to deal with those type of people. So I'm starting to learn, you know, that like being heartless to the right people can save me a lot of time and energy and love and heart for the right people that deserve my fucking sincerity. Because my sincerity is potent. Like, it's impotent and it's potent. Like, my shit is like, Taren, my birth name, means purity in Greek. Like, shit like that. Like, my shit is pure. It's just like, girl, everybody don't deserve that shit. The way you giving it. Stop talking to everybody in a situation where you feel it's going to be enlightening. Or stop, like, giving that bright, beautiful smile and those eyes to everybody. No. Sometimes you need to put on your fucking shades and, like, sit inside all day and not let them, that motherfucker, look in your eyes. Because your eyes are so fucking beautiful. So sincere. And them shits is powerful. Like, damn. Yup. God is just like, you gotta do this shit. Sometimes you gotta be like this. And it's just like, damn, I gotta do that. Yeah, you can't be wide open for everybody around you, unfortunately, especially right now. He's the 47th. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. 47 is even better. 47 is even better. Because you know why? Trump even needs help. He's a person. You know what people said about the politics, the racism, the comments? Okay, there's entertainment, there's seriousness, there's offensive shit. And then there's also just like the person. Like, you know what I'm going to read? The fucking book that all the conspiracy people read about Trump's grandfather or some shit being a time traveler. What's the name of that book? What's the name of the book, that the time traveling book by Trump's grandfather? Like, he wrote a book about time travel. Like, Trump comes from that shit. If any, I'm just gonna look it up. I can probably just Google that and then get the name of the book, which I will. I actually want to read that shit. Like, he's a spiritual person. He's a cool ass motherfucker that's real as fuck from Queens, fucking New York. He comes from a different generation. He comes from a different generation, and like, he's even like tired. He's tired of his jokes. He's tired of what he has to say in script. This nigga is tired of the shit. He's not into what people want him to be into. So he's like being like, he's one of those, like, he's controlled too. So I see 224 ends as an 8. You guys know I love 8. 8 is one of my favorite numbers. It's the number of Saturn. Kamala ended on 8. Kamala is protected. She is protected by Saturn. She is a special female feminine energy, specifically protected by Saturn, by the way. Kamala, I like her energy. It is clean, it is satisfied, it is sad, but it is here for change, in the real spiral of change. She is a real feminine, really feminine person that is of authority, yo. Trump's numbers 277 ended up as a 16. If you want to turn that 1 and 6 into a 7, he's a 7 person. She's 8. She's already bubbled off in a spaceship. This nigga Trump is vulnerable. Okay, I'm doing a real... That's such a tease. I'm reading the email. And that shit said $200,000. And I was like, did somebody... Oh, that's a fucking... one of those emails. Ah. Oh, man. Anyway. Oh, shit. So, Trump is, he's vulnerable. So, Kamala was picked up in her 8 bubble spaceship from Saturn and shit. She's looking down on Trump. Trump is actually a dimension lower than Kamala. If we look at the numbers. See, the thing, you know what they hate now? They don't like about certain civilian ways that can't grow. They want to kill these motherfuckers. Let's be real. They want to kill these dumbass civilians that are still on binary code, too far elementary for the change that we need. So an example is a motherfucker that sees black and white, or this number is bigger than that number, therefore this person won and that person lost. Winner, loser. It's just like, look into the codes though. Kamala actually won. Trump is the vulnerable front face for the free world, and he's at a 7 in his numerology with his votes. 277 is not a good number. It's not the greatest. 2 plus 7 is 9. It already places him in war. 7 is vulnerable. It's the angle. It can also like it can be an L, like it can be a L. Like it's a vulnerable number because it's the crown. It's his head. Off with your head or not. Like, he's vulnerable right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm not wishing bad things on him. If he could take this 7 and turn this shit into a motherfucking fucking use that 7 for the betterness of humanity, since he's a time traveling ass motherfucker, and he probably been to the future and back like I have, then he's not here for the bullshit. All right? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, who wants a reading? Because I mean, I'm just saying, like, all you got to do is send $20, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. My Cash App is pinned in the chat. I was able to get my phone charged up, so I don't have to leave necessarily. I won't be making a video in a while, for real, because I do have to take a break from my vocal cords. Probably in about a good month, or maybe for Christmas or some shit. I'm just saying that ahead of time. So this is, if I'm gonna spend time with you guys, I'm gonna spend time with you guys and take a break. Probably drink some tea, go get a medicine ball from fucking Starbucks or something. Someone said, I did a reading on Diddy, by the way. It's about 2 videos back. You can look at the title. His birthday is actually the same birthday as my daughter's, November 4th. So I always find that interesting, oh shit, and that 4, oh shit, that's another 24. Because, remember I told you guys about phantom birthdays. If your birthday is in November, you have the opportunity to use February for the 2. So you have a phantom birthday. There's a shadow birthday behind it for those born in October, November, and December. We have the January, February, and March. All right, so maybe let's look into that. Okay, so we're in November. Okay, so November already starts with the first 2 letters is no. Let's get into it. The first 2 letters is no. You got some cash. And those tears soon disappeared, didn't they? No, I stopped crying before the cash, and I'm not here for that. Of course I feel better and happier. Do you want me to still cry? I'm not putting on an act. Everything is in order in my own emotions, like any other person, of course. Look, they weren't crocodile tears. They were real tears. Did you see my shoulder? You don't know the story, and I won't tell you. I'm hurt. I'm injured. I'm physically hurt, and I'm going through things and shit, and my vocal cords are going through things. Yeah, I'm going through it. Hell yeah. But I still am always in good spirits, because that's just my nature, which is why I'm still alive. So anyway, I'm saying that 9 is hovering over 7. That's Trump's number. 2, 7 is 9, and then there's 7. 9 is hovering over 7. 8 is protected. 8 is pulled into a spaceship bubble. That's one of the reasons why I kind of my birthday is 9/16, and I was just like, I can't deal with this 9 Mars frequency, dude. Like, I gotta get out of it. So I cosmically changed and rearranged my birthday through the order of how I spiritually am connected to God, and it was approved. So I have another birthday because it's a much better feeling path. But that nine is like a bumpy road for an ex-warrior. You know what I mean? For a person that is not here for the fight anymore, for the same things over and over and over again. And Trump's number is 97. So it's like, he's not here for the same shit again. That's the reading into all of that. Oh, you guys, please don't argue with people in the comments. Try not to. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I have archived I have archived videos from when I had my university open, and it's really good videos. I talk about Series A, Series B. I talked about the pyramid of numbers and like flipping that shit and making like I found my old notes when I was cleaning up my space, and I found my old papers, my old notes, and I said, oh my God, I made like 2-hour lectures on these things. I might offer those things back via email list or something, or I'll pop in and just, you know, say, listen, I'm ready to redisperse some of these very important videos, you know, and like see if there can be some kind of like contribution just for getting some of those videos and getting a private link for them or something like that. Like just making use of the things that I have already and not repeating myself too much. But yeah. Anyway, is there any thank you, Miss T, for your Cash App donation. Is there any other questions or anything else? Thank you. I really like my hat though. I love my hat, yo. And this is before the what's his name? The Weeknd came out with that song, exotic all over her body, right? I ain't do this shit because he said this shit in the song. Like, this ain't my body, but I'm just saying I got EXO on my fucking hat and shit that I drew. So I was like, yo, like, there's a story on this hat, yo. I'm gonna show it. And we got the Misfits. I have a story about like the Misfits and Jaden and Willow and the Smiths and shit. And then I tried to fucking draw the OVO owl. I think this is the number 7 up here. I don't know why. There's something, a lot of things that is abstract. This teardrop actually is kind of like my ring. This ring is very special to me. The art piece that my son created, there's a teardrop there, so I kind of like remember that. Put my name, Sky. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I crossed that. Like, there's just a lot. I'm not going to explain this shit because you don't explain art specifically, but like, you know, like, that's it. That's all. This is what I do to keep myself sane. You know, so I do stuff like this. I actually am in, luckily the place that I'm staying in, which is one of the best shelters in the world, actually. I'm taking the guitar class. I'm learning how to play the guitar. I'm performing. I'm forming a band. They have art classes that I'm taking. I did this in like part of it in the art class. I finished it. Like, there's things that we're getting into. There's so many people here that have gone through so much trauma, that have so many different stories. A lot of parents too that are not with their children for different reasons, different stories, no judgment. It's a really good place to be in, but it's like, yes, of course, I want my own. I'm ready to get back out there. It's just, it takes time, and I have to keep myself sane in the meantime, in knowing that things are progressing. Can someone tell me if Patreon is worth it? Anybody know anything about Patreon? Because I would like to monetize in a way that is more systematic. You know, I know that donation asking is a little like redundant, but like if I set up a system that is easy enough and people respect what I do and what I talk about, you know, or the things that I have, because I have a lot of archived things, I would set that up for sure. Maybe that's some of my homework tonight. I don't know. Kids, this is your brain on drugs. I don't know what that means, because like my brain is actually a little too open. I'm like an autistic person. You should use School. So there's something called School, SKOOL. I'll look into that. Chris Reeves said it's easy to set up. Okay. Someone said I need a rich boyfriend. Maybe I do need a rich boyfriend. I'm just very picky because I've had a lot of rich people that I'm just not into like that. If I'm not attracted to a person, I'm not gonna play with a person just because I need money. That's just a dumb part of me. Girl, somebody just offered to pay 12 months of your apartment for your company. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'll figure it out. I'm not into you. I'm not into him like that. I don't want to play around with people's emotions. That's not me. I just can't. I don't hate on those that get into that. I just don't want to do it. I don't feel comfortable. I take my intimacy and my very seriously. And then I do get caught up in a dumb situation or two. There I'm just like, I could have taken the rich offer because I got caught up in some other shit that was dumb. Anyway, lessons learned. Let's get back to being single, free, and really much smarter. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So someone came in here and said Trump or Kamala. I had a conversation in the beginning about Trump and Kamala. I say both intertwined. Kamala's more behind the scenes and strategy, and Trump has to just be the front face. And he's okay with that, but he's a little tired, so we need to start seeing some change, some speed. Well, I'll show you my Anunnaki tattoo. No one really sees this one. This is my Anunnaki god tattoo, one of the Sumerian Mesopotamian cultures that predates Egypt and so on. And then I have the ibis bird, which is the god of wisdom in Egypt. I have other tattoos, of course. I got this, my Saturn. I have different tattoos, but they're like, they're far apart. Like, I don't have like cluster tattoos, but I definitely am gonna have to get a shoulder tat just to cover up that scar. So I might tell a story on that shoulder, boy. What? That's gonna be something, man, because this shoulder is so sensitive to me. It's my feminine side. And this is why I also said, like I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. This is America. This side, feminine, female, it's a female entity. And they still have her dated as 16 years old. That's also how Trump's numbers ended up 277. 9 plus 7 is 16. They won't let America grow up. She's a female girl. That's the entity of America. And America is like, the fuck? Like, they won't let me grow. That's why it seems like mostly every other country in the world even if they are in despair, I should say. We're not talking third world, because third world has its own story. I have a whole other theory on third world country stuff, but aside from third world country, most other countries in the world are way past us in intelligence, and they're ahead of time, and they're not going through like as much as we are in a lot of old storyline stuff. So America's still 16, but you know, hopefully she'll have a 19th birthday by New Year's. Let's turn that 6 upside down. It's a 9 now. Let's get her to 21 years old by motherfucking like January. Let's get this motherfucking American girl, this American doll, let's get her to 21. Fuck, like ASAP. Anyway, thank you very much. America, Mexico, and Canada, did you go to school? I did go to school, but of course they don't teach us certain things, but the things that I've learned so far are not from school. Now, Canada and Mexico are technically their own entities. There are attachments in land, and there's an intertwinement, but there are borders that have affected the laws over time and personality. It's kind of like split personality. You know, when a person goes through so much trauma that they're split. So maybe Canada and South America and Mexico are split personalities of the good old land of. You know what I'm saying? Did I check my PayPal? Nocti? No, not yet. Did you send anything? I don't think I get notifications for my PayPal because I had to get another phone, a replacement phone. So because of the accident that I was in, by the way, my phone just completely crashed. So I don't have new notifications. Nocti, if you sent something, thank you, because I recognize your name, and I know that when you do send something, it's more than a blessing to me. Like, you just come around, Nocti, so if you did, I will receive it, and I'll say thank you in advance, for sure. So I'm looking at some of these questions. I don't, but yeah, I think I did make a good point, and I'm probably gonna like end off a little bit here if no one wants reading, because I'm assuming, you know what I mean, I'm saying on here, but if not, it's fine. America might have what we call, I should say, the indigenous land that of no name, that has had all the landmass from what we call Canada, Mexico, and South America into the Americas, might have been an example. Because what happens if we look at the parallel dimensions, there's a parallel experience, macro to micro, and landmass is like a body, it's like a consciousness, it is actually a consciousness that is still attached to us. Whatever happens to the land happens to us. And if so this is why the more you're indigenously connected, intelligently connected, especially from the indigo, the more sensitive you become, which can mean the more vulnerable you are, which is why it's so easy to attack us. And we've been attacked. We're almost like an endangered species. But I think we're starting to understand how to become stronger through our vulnerabilities over these times that we've lost our lives from being indigenously intelligent people. So there's a lot of past life parallel stuff that I'm even experiencing where I lost my life. And I'm like little things, even the shoulder thing. Like, I'm sure it connects to a past life where I know a similar situation happened and I lost my life. My voice, my vocal cord situation that's going on. I know that this has something to do with a past life in which I lost my voice or possibly my life. Like there are other examples too, like things that are not doing well, like in an area I know that I can connect it to another parallel life that something worse happened. So it's kind of like a spillover of residue that highly intelligent, indigenously intelligent people. So you don't have to be book smart, school smart for this. It is indigenously intelligent people that are the most vulnerable. Children, dogs especially. Dogs are very vulnerable right now. Dogs are actually just as vulnerable as babies right now and children. Like they're actually neck and neck. They are the children and the children are the dogs. Like it is like a relationship and they are like so vulnerable and so beautiful though. Like vulnerable doesn't mean bad or weak. It just means open and pure. So connected to the things that the enemy, the other side of that, doesn't want the pure being to utilize for their own nourishment. So it's like, again, the genie in a bottle. Like, you trap me somewhere for being what and who I am, and then you rub me the wrong way, like reptile scales, the wrong way. You get a reaction and a flare out of me, and then you receive blessings from it. What kind of shit is that? So now the secret is, if you rub one of those right ones the wrong way, if you rub one of those, if you catch you some one of those things, one of those indigo things, and you rub that, they go and rub that thing the wrong way, the right way, the wrong way, then you got yourself a prize and a good slave. Slavery again, yo. Like again. And this shit, I found my notes also the other day and I was like, yo, like I don't be like on stuff like that. Like my brain just, my DMT levels are already activated, yo. I'm like, yo, like, anyway. What did I say? I read in one of my notes I said, damn it, I can't remember. I just lost my thought. I just lost my thought. And that's what happens to me sometimes. It was a good thought too, and I'm sure it'll come back, but I wanted to express it the way that I wanted to, but something happened. Change the environment, possibly a distraction, but I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention, yo. I'm telling you, my notes, if I tell you about this story I had in Hawaii, this happened to me. When I went to Hawaii, and this is when I went to go see Jaden Smith, the Misfits concert, when he was doing Sire and Iris. And I went to California to see the concert, and then my loved one and I, we went to Hawaii for a vacation right after. And this was like right before COVID hit. This was 2019 December, right before 2020, dude. And that COVID-19 hit February, March 2020. All right, I'm in Hawaii, and this is when I was calling myself Aset Iowaku, and I started seeing that Oahu or Eowa is Hawaii, and then I started seeing shit. So when I went to Hawaii, before I went to Hawaii, I had this dream, this very lucid dream, that I got new glasses. like Lou lenses. I put the glasses on and it felt like I had like prescription glasses on. When I don't need prescription glasses, I was just like, it felt like that. That was like the POV point of view. And I woke up, I was like, that was strange. I didn't like the way that felt. Okay. As soon as we landed in Hawaii, we passed through the rainbow part. What was it? It was Honolulu. Lulu, remember I talked to you about the Lulu beings, the Lulus, okay, the Luciferians, the Lulus. We go into Honolulu and we're driving from the airport and like the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow. As soon as we pass the fucking rainbow, my eyesight changed. Like it felt like I had a filter on my eyes. Everything was pink. Like everything was like a pink hue and it was magnified and I freaked the fuck out. And I said, this is exactly what happened in my dream. So then I started feeling like, I started getting anxiety. The first 2 days of me in Hawaii on vacation for New Year's was not good. No bueno. Like I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like I needed, we would sit at a restaurant. I was just like, I can't really breathe. I kept feeling like I had to think about breathing. And if I didn't think about breathing, I just would stop breathing. So my loved one was like, you okay? I was just like, no, I feel like I'm gonna die. No matter where I go, if we go back to the hotel room, I don't want to. I feel like I'm gonna die. Like I can't breathe. So I was like, yo. Then I started seeing, no offense, because it's one of my favorite animals. I ain't saying this off no race shit, but like, I started seeing monkey people. And then I started seeing Sims. I saw monkeys and Sims, dude.
How you a grown woman that can't get your baby? That's it.
I can tell nobody this Hawaii story. Can I get a donation for this shit? No. I never told nobody this story, yo. And I always said, yo, the Misfits, like Jaden, he be on some other shit. And like, I don't know if something happened because when I was at the Misfits concert, they're walking through sacred geometry and portals and shit. So like the moon changed, everything was backwards, it was weird. So like, anyway, I started seeing like monkey types. I can't explain it. That's the only way I can say. I kept saying in my mind, like, I see monkeys. And then I was like, oh my God, I see Sims. And I didn't like the Sim people. I was just like, oh my God, I can't look at them. So I was like, oh shit. I hope I'm at the bottom of the fucking dimension, dude. Like, how can I get out of here? So then, after a couple of days of being acclimated with my fucking new eyes, my new glasses and shit, I could breathe. So then, I go to the ocean and like, I start talking to the ocean and like, they're telling me about nanotechnologies, nano ancestors, like shrunken ancestors. Like, we always think that we're giants all the time. But sometimes we're fucking not giants. We're the opposite of giant. We're the tiniest particle. We're quantum particle-like beings. That's also powerful, dude. Like, you don't have to be big and giant to be the baddest or the one that wins. Like, you know, if the enemy was a giant and you were the nano, nigga, you would go in that motherfucker's eye, in their nose, like, and when they breathe, when they drink water, you can ingest some shit that you can't control as a giant. You can't fight the fucking particles. You can't fight the fucking invisible realm that is very visible in the fucking nano world. So my nano ancestors were talking to me. Captain Morgan rum? What? I would like some. So I started writing down. I took my book out and I was on a beach and it calmed me down. I started writing writing everything down. Like, my nano ancestors were talking to me, and I was smoking a little weed, a lot of weed actually, and it made me feel better. And what's going on? Oh my God. That book had so much crazy information in it. When I read it back, I was like, I had to be possessed by the nanos because I was in the water. So these motherfuckers infected or infested my body, but like, because they were my kin, I was not infected with a disease. I was infected with an awakening. So I wrote in the book. You guys are ready for this? This is the ending of the fucking story. God damn it, almost. This is why this might make sense to a lot of you guys when I say I'm a very important fucking person and being, and I have a lot of others that are my kin that are also as important. So in the book, I wrote something about smelling monkeys and pearls. Wait. I'm not making this up. Jaden Smith came out with his line, Misfits. Pearls are all over his fucking clothes. This shit is dope. But it kind of looks like he's like geeking off of like video gaming and how your moves are being copied to be placed in a simulated version of virtual reality and shit. But they're pearls. Okay, I'm gonna continue to swim through the thought. So I wrote something in the book about smelling monkeys and pearls. I didn't understand exactly what I mean. I actually have it in my notes on my phone. I can prove this shit to you. And then I said, I smell a disease coming though. It's a pandemic. There's something that doesn't feel right in the air. I don't like it. It smells like sickness is coming to the world. I wrote this in the fucking book. Now we're going home, flying from Hawaii to New Jersey. And I'm nervous about getting on the plane. Now, my loved one, this is why we ain't together no more, kind of partly is because I would go through these fits and he just wasn't fit to necessarily deal with these fits that I would have of these spiritual things that he just couldn't really see and get quick enough, okay? Not a bad person. He's just like, oh my gosh, she's going through one of her things again. I can't even enjoy a vacation. Oh, bless his soul, man. Anyway. I know, I wasn't that easy to deal with. I might still not be that easy to deal with. Anyway. So I'm at the airport and I'm just like, I don't feel good about getting on a plane. I said, but I started hearing, I am the plane. You're gonna get on this plane. You have to remember that you are the plane. You're very sensitive in this weird quantum fucking world thing where everything's connected. You get on the plane, but remember, you are the plane. Regulate your heart rate, or else they won't let you on the plane. So I was like, God damn it. So I did that. I'm hearing these things. Like, I don't know. I got like, I don't know, the motherfucking Illuminati done snatched me up and like put some shit inside of me where I can fucking like hear the God of voice of God and shit, but like not. So then I get on the plane, we get on the plane. I'm listening to Iris. I'm like, yo, that album, Iris and Sire, I swear to God, like, oh my God, that was the time of my fucking life where I needed to hear it. Those albums. The sun is setting, so let me hold on, let me finish this. Tell me why 2 hours into the flight, we get an announcement saying that we got to turn back because one of the engines blew out. We have the 2 hours, we got to turn back to Hawaii because one of the engines blew out and we couldn't make it all the way to Jersey like that. emergency turnaround, not even emergency landing, because Hawaii is so full of fucking ocean, like, it was just nothing but ocean, dude. Like, we gotta go back to Hawaii. And they said this shit on the speaker, like one of the engines blew out. Like, damn, yo. So then I spiritually started seeing, feeling and sensing that certain people were being discarded from the plane and dropped in the ocean. There are certain people that were still on the plane, but something dropped out of them, like a soul or an energetic form got exited out of the fucking plane while their bodies were still there. I was like, yo, I'm fucking going nuts, yo. Like, I just saw somebody drop out of the plane, but they still here. Like, I'm bugging. I'm not going to say this out loud, though, because my loved one is already, like, just, oh, my God. Like, but she's right, though. Like, at the same time, she felt the thing, and it, like, she's not bugging, but goddamn, this is intense, you know? So we've landed back in Hawaii, and then we had a whole run around to get back to Jersey. We finally made it home, end of story. But then I come back. I have a dream. I swear to God. I gotta get back in the lane. I had a dream.
I want us to look like the number 11.
I was looking for my book where I wrote all the stuff down from Hawaii. I couldn't find it. This is the next day, though. I had a dream that some black operative came into my bedroom. It was one of those astral paralyzing dreams. So I knew it was astral. It wasn't dreaming. It was an astral attack, kind of astral thing going on, where I saw my bedroom. I was out of my body, but there was a black operative, like all black, like ninja, came into my bedroom and snatched my book away. I was struggling with my book. He was trying to take my book away from Hawaii. And I was struggling with this black op. He took my book from me and fucking punched me in the face. And I was paralyzed and I couldn't move. And I woke up from that shit. That's the dream that made me go search for my book. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, yo, I had this crazy dream. Some black fucking op motherfucker came and like stole my Hawaii fucking book, my notebook. Tell me why that notebook disappeared. That notebook, I had the notebook because I had it on the plane. I know that I didn't leave it in Hawaii. It was in my luggage and in my bag, and I unpacked the fucking book, dude. My book was nowhere to be found ever again. So what I'm saying is that shit would really happen. Like, I got attacked. And my physical book was taken from another dimension, dude. The fourth dimension can take physical things. It's like magic. It's like how things disappear and reappear again. So, like, they took my shit. And I never found that book ever again. 2 to 3 weeks later, we're on the news all of a sudden. There's something called COVID-19. A pandemic is upon us. Nigga, I wrote that shit down in my book. Okay? So that's all I'm saying, y'all. That's the end of the fucking story. So I'm here. I'm not supposed to fucking be alive, yo. And they don't understand how I'm still alive, but I just am. And I don't like the storyline. I don't feed into it. I don't want to be a part of that. But I do have a song called Jane Wick that I am performing tomorrow. And the first lines of my song is, bounties on me. I don't know if they want me alive or dead. Am I alive or am I dead? I don't know. So I'm involved in something just for being connected to like indigenous nature on a level in which they can't record or monitor. So they have to control who? Me as a person, as a being, my life path, and everything else. So for some reason, this is why I fucking believe in God, yo. Because without God, I would be lost in a fucking CIA level, not CIA, but CIA level dungeon, kidnapped somewhere where nobody wouldn't even know I was gone. Anyway, tortured, and all types of shit. And like they can't get me, and they won't. So I'm out here in these matrix fucking streets of Los Angeles, California, and I'm gonna start making some money and doing well for myself and paying back to the community. So that's my story, I guess, for right now, that I never told anybody. So I love you guys. I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna rest my voice. If you still would like to donate something and contribute something to me, that would be amazing. But this is where I am right now, okay? So like, anyway, goodbye. Love you.